Well, hello everybody. Today I want to look at the relative strength indicator, the RSI. This you see on the screen is a typical normal RSI, but what if you had something way more powerful than this RSI right here? Let me show you something. What if you had an RSI that looked like this instead of that? Well, I guess if you don't know what it's doing, it wouldn't make any difference. But what if I told you, though this is not the magic bullet, it could be the powder in your bullet that makes that sucker fire off real good. What if I tell you that this is a more powerful RSI than this one if you understand the information it's giving you? So that's what I want to get into. Now, I created this RSI. I use it daily. I love it. I use it for day trading futures. It works on both time and tick charts and range charts, or it works on all three of them. So anything you want to use it on, it can be used. Now let me explain what's going on here. What I have done here, let me go ahead and turn this one off, the regular RSI off here. Okay, what I have done here is I've created an RSI that's going to factor in standard deviation from the mean. If it's one standard deviation outside of the mean, it's up, it's going to fire off a green line. If it's one standard deviation below the mean, it's going to fire off a red line. What do I mean by that? What is mean? Mean is the average of the RSI on the look back period. If you see 14 days is your default 14-day look back period. So you have an average, and if it's one standard deviation outside of that average, it's going to change the color lines. Now if you look, you see right here, it just rocketed to the upside. It's over one standard deviation, probably into the two standard deviation area here. Did it on this candle. The gray, when it's gray, it's within the standard deviation. So if you notice here, once it come down here and starts turning green, it starts getting a little more powerful. So what it is you're looking for power and momentum in your trade. And that's what this indicator is doing for you. So let's take a look at the code. Oh, by the way, I am going to give this to you for free. Just stick with me. Somewhere inside in this video, I will let you know where you get it for free. I'm not going to ask for your email address or anything like that. I'm just going to give it to you. But before we do that, I want us to look at the code, and I want to explain what is going over here. And the good thing about this is you're not going to have to remember everything, because if you go to Edit Source, once you install it, and you scroll down here to the bottom, I've put it all right there just so you don't have to remember what I'm telling you now. Okay, so what we're looking at, we have an RSI, and I put two levels in. Your normal typical RSI is the 70 and 30. I added the extreme 80 and 20. That's why these lines are like this. That's the 70 line, that's the 80 line, that's the 30 line, that's the 20 line, which, by the way, while I'm here, I'm going to show you this is highly customizable. So that's a oversold 80, or excuse me, oversold 20. I left it yellow so I can show you. It's highly customizable. We're just going to change that color, or we're going to apply it. And just as a note, once you get your settings, I mean, everything's customizable in here. You can customize the color of these, what shows up for the standard deviation right here, the midline right here, change color thickness, the oversold, overbought, all that stuff is customizable. So you could change all of that, okay? And it also has breakout signals if you were to apply them. Apply right here. And you'll notice we got breakout signals here, and we got breakout signals here. You might want to change those to white. That's what I do if I'm going to use them. I rarely use these things because they can be dangerous. But let's see here. Which one is it? It is, there we go. down signal, change that to white, just so I can see them, and up signal. Where's the up signal? There it is. Up signal, change that to white. So I'm going to get into the breakout signals, how they work, what it's doing, and some cautions you should take as well in this video. So standard deviation is measured in this RSI. Very important. When you get over one standard deviation move, you're getting some movement, you're getting some hustle. It's giving you a good idea when used in conjunction with your other indicators and price action to help you with your trading. So the general purpose of this indicator is it calculates and displays the relative strength index and with some additional features. It highlights the overbought and oversold levels, as I just showed, two of them, the normal and the extreme. Displays breakout signals, which I just showed you. Colors the RSI line based on deviations from its mean. I just explained what mean is, the average, a 14-period look back. That's the mean, what the average is. When it's one standard deviation or more above that mean or below that mean, it changes the color of the line. Gray is within that mean, okay? And this one here, this trend label, I add just because I want to know. It has nothing to do with the RSI, though. It has everything to do with what's up above here. It's calculating trend up or down based on your chart settings, okay? So some key components in the script. Let's go back to the code. Let's see, where is it? Where is that code? Some key components. Here's, we got, of course, we have the length. That's your default normal length for the RSI. And you have overbought 80. That's your extreme. Overbought, that's your normals, the 70, the normal RSI. Oversold, normal, is 30. And oversold 20 is the extreme. And of course, we're using Wilders. Show breakout signals is default to no. You can go turn it on. I showed you just a minute ago how to do that. The RSI calculation, we come to net change, and it's getting average price changes, gains and losses over a specified length, which is 14 default. Total change, average is the average absolute price change, ignoring the direction, and change ratio is the ratio of gains to total gains used to calculate RSI. And then, of course, you have the RSI line, which is a scale of 1 to 100, like any typical RSI, plotting it on a chart. You have the overbought and oversold levels. I explained to you what those are. The normal RSI, overbought and oversold, and the extremes, which is the 80 and the 20, 70 and 30 being normal. And we had the breakout signals, of course. It's when they cross the oversold and overbought areas. It's when you have your breakout signals. Now, I want a word of caution about these breakout signals. If you're going to use them, be sure you're not using them in a trending market, because you will get run over. Breakout signals work better or more suited for a ranging market because the oscillations are predictable with the RSI. In a trending market, you can remain up in oversold and overbought territories for a while. In trending markets, you could get flat out run over using breakout signals in a trending market. Alerts, you get to create alerts. Let's go back here. Let's go look at the alerts. You get to create alerts. You got your normal, which is your 70 and 30. You can disable, obviously, and 80 and 20. I personally will have these last two disabled. I don't need them. I just want to know when it crawls in to the area, and then I can be on the lookout when it crawls down here, it crawls up here. Now, the standard deviation, as I explained already, is one deviation above or below the average, the mean. And of course, the RSI color lines, I explained that. And again, you do not have to remember everything I just said. Just know that it's in the code, and I showed you how to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to install this code. So first thing I want to do, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to share this. I'm going to click the share button, and it's going to give me this link here. I'm going to click that link so I can go here and copy that link. And this link I'm going to put, let me go ahead and put it over here. This link, first we're going to go here, setup, open shared items. You're going to paste that sucker right here. And you can preview it. You can rename it to whatever you want to name it. It's going to load it into your studies library. So remember what you named it. And then you click import. Obviously, I don't have it. I'm not going to click import. But that link that I just copied and paste, I'm going to put in the description below. So you can do the same thing. You'll have the same indicator as what you see right here. Now remember, use this in conjunction with other indicators. Price action. Personally, I use this. You'll see what how I have it set up over here. Give me 1 second here. Get the right thing on here. I use this in conjunction with cumulative delta and volume profile, VWAP, and on another chart that I'm actually trading on, I have moving averages as well. So I don't use this just by itself. However, I will use it on multiple charts at different time ranges, different times. Typically, this chart over here will be a tick chart, and I'll be looking at the 100 tick chart and trading on the 500 tick chart because I'm wanting to see the move before it happens. And you see that in the 100 tick chart, and you get good oscillation on the 100 tick chart. It's coming way down here, it's going way up here, way down here, way up here. And so, yeah, that's just one way to use it. Use it on a lower time frame than the chart you're actually using, so you can see the move happen before it actually happens. If this has helped you, how about leaving a like? Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about it, please. And subscribe. All right, you guys have a good day.